Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Soph.
I'm Gaynor.
And now I think this channel, I have never watched anything from her before.
Okay.
But I know you and Darren, I think you did one of her videos.
Yeah, where she was travelling around, and I think she was just sat in her room telling the story of how she found different states.
Right, so she's European. Do you know where she is? She from the UK or?
I think she might be German or Polish. She was. I can't remember now. But...
Yeah. So she's a European, and she obviously just went round America and obviously filmed it. So this one is probably the place where I'd want to go above New York, like actual New York City. Texas is the state I'd go to out of anything.
Yeah. Until you get there and realise how blooming hot it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's too warm over here for me, let alone over there.
No, it's the humidity I find that kills you more than the actual heat. Dry heat's fine.
Yeah.
The humidity is what makes you kind of like...
Is it very humid over there? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in Houston it was. In the summer it was very humid.
Does your body ever get used to it, or
no.
No.
You were just a sweaty mess all the time.
Love it. So this is Europeans' first impressions of Texas. So I think this will be really interesting.
Here we go. Texas. Maybe, just maybe, the most misunderstood, fascinating, stereotyped state in the US. As I cross the entire state, south to north, I meet fascinating people who give me all kinds of advice.
I say, you've gotten this far, don't leave here without a gun.
And experience all American stereotypes, cliches, and adventure. We're on the Route 66! So what exactly does a European think of Texas? Well, to be completely honest, my very first impressions of the United States on this trip were pretty miserable. But things started looking up after I had been released from the United States Border and Customs Agency. And after that, I just drove straight up north through Texas, and I stopped at this campsite. Actually, it's called an RV park, I guess, in the United States. Subtle difference. I don't know. I'm a beginner to all this. And over here, I met some really nice Texans. Meet the Russells and their friends, an all-Texan family.
Welcome to Texas, Ava.
Yep, we may have very different views on many things, but on a purely human level, I'm amazed. They still gave me a wonderful welcome to Texas. They fed me, tried to make me feel safe, even showed me around their amazing RV. Right, so the guys just invited me to come inside their beautiful, giant RV and take a look around. Honestly, this is completely new to me. I had never been inside an RV like this before in my entire life. I've seen them driving around the US, I've seen pictures of them, but the inside is a whole other world. It's pretty incredible and super, super luxurious. I mean, compared to that little home on wheels that I live in. All right, let's go inside. Oh wow, you've got a customized mat.
This is the living room. I mean the kitchen.
My God, that's amazing.
Yeah. And the living room, pretty close together.
And you've got two sofas in there.
That makes into a bed, so you can sleep two more people.
It looks like an actual house, so it's an RV, but I mean the fridge is like a full-size fridge. The kitchen is, for me, what would be like a full-size kitchen.
And a fireplace.
And a fireplace. Okay, so Pam gave me the go-ahead to go and check out the bedroom and the bathroom, which are pretty amazing. So right here is the shower. These guys have a shower in their RV. And then here is the bedroom.
That bed's massive.
Wow, that is
fix on it.
So how long have you guys been living like this?
We're not living in here. This is just
48
camping.
years. No, we have our own house.
So what's this called?
So, I don't know if it's the brand, but those big like RVs are called Winnebagos.
I've heard of that word before.
So I'm not sure if that's the, let me know if it's the brand Winnebago or whether that's what they're called. But I've been in one before and they're absolutely stunning inside. They've got everything. It's unbelievable.
You wouldn't even need a house. Like he's like, yeah, I've got a house as well, but honestly, they're bigger than most apartments.
Yeah, I think a lot of people retire and buy one and then just travel all over.
Yeah, that's what I do, to be honest. You don't why stay in one place.
Exactly.
You know, if you've got the money, just travel round.
Can't wait to see what this is. We'll have to go back a little bit, I think.
Is it shots?
How long have you guys been living like this?
We're just not living in here. This is just camping.
Years. No, we have our own house.
So what's this called?
Bamboo shoot.
A bamboo shoot.
Get up here, all of you. Come on.
Let's go.
Ah, good stuff.
Ice cream.
Take pictures of the bucket.
I've never had a Coke float before, but let's try it. I mean, when in Texas. It's pretty good. It's like ice cream but sparkling. So I've asked these guys what they think about my trip, whether I should do it, whether they think it's safe, or maybe whether I'm a little bit crazy for doing it. So
I think you're a whole lot crazy for doing it.
really?
You're the same type of person that tried to fly that plane from one continent to the other and she crashed and burned. And they never found her.
Does not sound promising.
I'd be very apprehensive for my children to be doing it.
Right.
So we have to worry about you now.
Gotten this far, don't leave here without a gun. Period.
That Texas guy, I admire you for doing it, and I think that you're going to have the adventure of your life going to the United States and seeing what you're going to see. And I'm going to follow you and look at your blogs and see how you're doing.
I think I got an important lesson from hanging out with these people. In a world organized around systems, we really need to find ways to reconnect to our humanity. In a world where our differences become our identities, we need to focus on finding common ground. And that could be as simple as sharing a meal. So I've been at this campsite for 2 nights, hanging out with my neighbors who have been so kind and so welcoming, and just trying to kind of recalibrate after my rough experience at the border a few days ago. But today, this morning, I have to leave because I have to keep going up north to northern Texas. So there's a lot to see along the way.
Is that like
So
right
it's
on
going
the
to be a really
border?
intense day. By the way, Texas is huge.
Laredo is where you cross from America into Mexico, and it's really, really bad.
Is it?
Yeah, you can hear the gunshots and everything. When I seen Laredo, then I'm like, geez.
Have you been there?
Yeah, so we have to do a visa run, and we thought we're going into Mexico. We'll stop off, have some lunch, have a look around, and come back.
That'd be nice and chill.
And we went across, and I just went, no, not at all. It was unbelievable. What you imagine that's what it was like. It was absolutely terrible. When I seen Laredo, I was like, go Laredo.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. We literally drove in.
Yeah.
And then we just went.
So you drove into Mexico?
We went through the border from the USA into Mexico. Yeah. And then as soon as we got in, our plans, have some lunch, have a look around, get out. And we went, no, not at all. Turn around and went.
Did you just drove. Was it just like a bad vibe? Like you like something bad could happen? Or? It
was just a free-for-all. So there was just people kind of stood on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Just like smoking cigarettes. They were just like staring at us, looking at the car, and it just didn't feel safe at all. So we just turned around and drove straight back out. Because we drove straight back out, then they stopped us.
Yeah, they were like,
what's going on type thing. And we said we thought that we didn't expect it to be like this. And they were like, okay, just go.
Oh my God.
I know. But the kids were like, where are we going? We're like, we're going back
out. Oh my God,
the
kids were here as well.
Yeah, I think that's why I was so scared. Because the kids were in car seats in the back. So they were like kind of higher up and looking out the window. And I was like, just face forward.
Yeah, just like eyes facing forward, don't look suspicious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would terrify me.
Yeah.
Like, you're a lot braver than me, but yeah.
Northern Texas, so there's a lot to see along the way. So it's going to be a really intense day. By the way, Texas is
That's like the song Amarillo.
Yeah. Is this the way?
The distances that you cross in Texas are unlike anything I've seen. Once you leave the interstates and hop on the country roads, you find yourself on a true adventure where the horizon stretches out into eternity. Nobody. The last 2 hours, not a single car.
Can you imagine breaking down?
Once in a while, you might see another car passing, or a lonely house miles away from its neighbor. In a place as vast as this, you start to feel like loneliness is something you can touch. And you start to understand how people can grow really, very tough living out here. So I'm traveling to Alaska. Yeah.
When's your birthday?
26th of April.
Was that Taurus?
Yeah. Look, most gas stations in the US are not like this. They're all super modern, just as you'd expect. But what's the fun in showing you something that you already know?
Oh, wow.
Check out this store. Oh my god, Gavin, you've got so many amazing things in here.
Yes, I do.
Jalapeno honey mustard. Ooh, cherry cobbler. Everybody's really nice so far. I mean, very welcoming and just genuinely curious as to what the heck I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Which is a fair enough question. This is a drive-through shop. A drive-through shop. I mean, I'm familiar with like drive-through restaurants and even drive-through Starbucks, but this is a shop. How do you know what you want to buy without looking around? Can you just buy anything? Can I ask for like a mango? And how does this work? Actually, I'm not sure if Odyssey will even fit here. Clearance is pretty low. Can I get like a large bottle of water?
Can you get what, I'm sorry?
Like a large bottle of water?
A large bottle of water, anything else for you?
Do you have sparkling or only still?
Do what?
Do you have sparkling water or just still water?
You'll have to pull forward because I can barely hear you.
Okay, I'll just have still water, just the water, nothing else, thank you. I don't know if it's my accent or if I'm making unreasonable demands, but I just wanted sparkling water. Okay, now let's see. Yes! Just about. I'd like a Slurpee. A slushie?
Okay, what size and what flavor?
The smallest size you have, I'll have a pina colada. Thank you. It's literally like a fast food joint that you drive through, but a shop. Why am I so excited? I don't know. Thank you. You know, I didn't actually need that water, but I just wanted to get it for the experience. I know to most of you, this might be like totally like everyday boring stuff, but I've never seen a drive-through shop before. And also, this is going to be...
Was the drive-through shops where you were? Have you been to one?
So we had the drive-through dry cleaners. So you used to pull up to the window and somebody would come out and open your door and take your dry cleaning out.
I'd be like, what are you doing? I think I was getting robbed.
Yeah, and then when you go to pick it up, same thing again, you pull up and they bring it out and put it into your car for you. There's the drive-through beer store where you can order your beer, same thing again.
Right, see that specifically, like, just doesn't make any sense to me. The fact that, I don't know, I know you can go into the shop and then take the beer yourself and then get into your own car, but the thought of just being sat in your car and someone handing you beer that you could then drink, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it was more if you wanted to buy like bulk, so you'd pull up and maybe order 30 cans of beer if you were like having a party.
Yeah.
Then you just open the back and they would pour it in for you. Drive-through pharmacy, which was brilliant if you got sick kids.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because you don't have to...
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense though if you're ill.
Yeah.
That you're not kind of going around everyone then to get your prescription.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of stuff was drive-through bank.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Whereas over here you've got to queue up like for about 15-20 minutes at like the pharmacy, at the bank, like anywhere you go.
Yeah.
There's always a queue.
Yeah, no, they've got most things that drive-through. Pretty cool.
Jealous.
My first time ever drinking a Slurpee or slushie. I don't know what they're called, but you know, super American thing. If The Simpsons taught me anything, it's that you get brain freeze from these. Where's my Slurpee? Come on. No brain freeze. Well, let's move on to my initial impressions of the US. I mean, I don't know if the entire country's like this, but in Texas, it's amazing how many things you can sort out without ever leaving your car. I mean, there's drive-through pharmacies here, there's drive-up ATMs here. In fact, I'm just about to use that one. It's amazing. I mean, back home we have like drive-through fast food joints, but that's about it. Literally never have to leave your car in this state. Drive up ATM, here we go. Let's get some money out, shall we? Slurpee is really good. So you know the saying, everything is bigger in Texas. Well, it definitely rings true because back home, Odyssey is one of the biggest cars on the road. One of the biggest cars that you'll see anywhere. In fact, you would just not choose to drive this car into the city because you wouldn't be able to find a parking spot. But in the United States, there's all the parking in the world, everywhere. And Odyssey is by no means the biggest car on the roads anymore.
That's crazy.
It's kind of average because everybody owns one of these here. Everybody owns a pickup truck, except they're not really hauling anything in the back, I guess. I mean, let's check. That doesn't really classify as hauling to me. Let's check some others. Are they hauling anything? Nope, not hauling anything. All right, he's hauling some stuff. One last one over there. Definitely not hauling. Why does everybody own pickups in Texas? And is it like this in the rest of the US? Okay, I know those were all total stereotypes, and I hope that you can forgive me for indulging in them. Just one more thing. I have never been to a Walmart in the USA, so it's time for a little explore. It may seem like basic groceries, but I really do believe that you can learn a lot about a country and its people from their buying and eating habits. This is one of the funniest products I've ever seen in my entire life. Liquid eggs? Really? Liquid egg whites? Why not just use normal eggs?
I think I've seen egg whites, but not actual liquid egg.
Oh my god, an entire shelf just dedicated to cookie dough. You have no idea how lucky you are to have cookie dough in this country. It is like one of the best things in the entire world. Just a casual 5-pound pack of cheese. I mean, it would seem like just be normal baked beans, but it's the size of my head. 20 kilograms or something.
Oh my god!
You know, everything is so huge, and so many plant-based meat style options. It's incredible.
It's really good.
Here's a funny story. So I grew up in the 90s in post-communist Poland. So, you know, we had cereals. We didn't really eat cereals that much, but we had like cornflakes and some local stuff, and we had like Cheerios and things like that. But when I was growing up, one thing that I had that you could get in America was this amazing, super sweet, magical cereal called Fruit Loops. This, for me, was like the ultimate American dream, was to one day have Fruit Loops. I really feel like an obligation to my younger self to try these. So I'm gonna get some Fruit Loops, and then later on today you're gonna see me eat them because I'm really curious to see how they taste and whether.
Yeah, what do they taste like?
Disgusting.
Really?
Yeah. They're like sweets. So it's like putting milk on sweets. So I don't eat cereal.
Yeah.
But
and you've not got a massive sweet tooth, have you? Really?
Not really, no. But I tried when I bought them for the kids.
Yeah.
And I tried them, and they taste like fruit flavoured. So like the green one tasted like lime, and
I don't think I'd like that, to be honest.
And then you think you put milk on it, it's just a bit weird.
And then obviously if they all taste different,
yeah,
and they're all together swimming in milk, it must be like a weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even when you smell them, they smell a bit weird.
Whereas like Lucky Charms, I think would be more my cup of tea. Have you tried them before?
They've got little bits of marshmallow in as well, haven't they?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought they were just like little like sugar, charms.
And then every like 2 or 3 bites you get a pink or a white one, and it's a marshmallow.
See, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Expectation that I had built up as a child actually matches to the reality. If there's one thing that I think of when I think road tripping in the United States, it's motels. Motels, diners, the Route 66, truckers, all that kind of stuff. And I love it. You know, it's all the kind of stuff that you see in movies, that you read about in books. So tonight I'm staying in a motel, which just so happens to be along the Route 66, which I'm so excited about. This is really part of the reason why I'm here. Like, I want to live that stereotypical American road trip experience. I am here for it.
when she was at the camp before, I noticed she was walking on like all the gravel and stuff, and she had no shoes on. I was like, her feet must be killing her.
Oh my god.
She's a proper like hippie type, isn't she?
Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
Because like I think I've done it once, maybe like, you know, like say when like I don't know, like I've worn high heels and I'm putting like my slippers on instead, you know, and like I'll sort of be like, what would it feel like? And it's proper hard, and like because there's like grooves in it. It might hurt your feet. I think. Gabby
always drives barefoot when she's tired. She said it stops her from like falling asleep at the wheel.
Really?
Yeah, so she always drives barefoot.
What, like the pain's like waking her up?
I think they just they say like, you know, keep a window open or have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But they also say drive barefoot.
No way. Because I thought it was, I'm probably really wrong, but I thought it was illegal. Or like something, you know, like, because I've heard in the past, like if you drive in... Flip-flops. And I think is it certain high heels as well. Like if you have a crash and you're wearing them, then your insurance doesn't cover it or something. Which is strange.
Yeah.
It's so windy out here, but it doesn't matter because I want to show you something. It's official! We're on the Route 66! Only for a few miles, but still we're on the Route 66. Honestly, this is so amazing. I know you don't understand, you're just a car, but it's amazing. Well, I'm just gonna follow it for a while. Oh, whoa, you think you're special? Oh, whoa, you think you're something else? Okay, anyway, thanks Shania Twain for providing endless musical inspiration. Back to the Route 66. It is the symbol of the all-American road trip. But the reality is, it's really not the most scenic road in the US. It's just that sometimes, you know, legend can be much more powerful than reality itself. This is it. My motel.
With a bath outside.
I was thinking that.
So it turns out that my motel is at the exact midpoint between Chicago and LA, which is the midpoint of the Route 66. Oh, cool. So, what kind of people do you get passing by here? Is it just tourists on the Route 66?
Everything. Probably every country in the world.
$60. There is one other thing that I have never ever experienced before, and that is eating at a roadside diner. Like one of those like really classic all-American diners. Yeah, that's a first for me, so let's go inside and see what we find.
I hope she's put some shoes on.
Hello! I need to put on my shoes. It's no fun.
I can't believe she would even think of going in a restaurant with no shoes on.
That's like what I think of when I think of a diner.
This place is so cool. It's the kind of diner I've always wanted to visit. So classic. Yes! Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna make a lot of you laugh. But I mean it seriously. I think this diner and my whole experience in Texas, especially this, is like super, super exotic. Yes, exotic. If you watch my videos, you'll probably see me go to a lot of really incredible, remote, faraway places that some of you might be tempted to call exotic in a way. It's a bit of a problematic word, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, to me, all of this is new, this is different. This feels to me like being in a movie, honestly. So at the end of the day, I think like what you see as different or exotic really just depends on your perspective. There is no single definition of those words, you know? And for me, Texas, rural Texas, is as different, as remote, as interesting as, God, pick your choice of place that I've been to over the last couple of years. And it's all amazing. And this apple pie is so good.
So Route 66 was the main street of USA when the roads first started in America. So it used to be the only way that you could travel, and then it kind of died because of the interstate coming through.
Right.
So right now this restaurant is the midpoint of Route 66. It starts in Chicago and goes all the way to Sacramento, California.
Right. So, but you don't get like the original kind of traffic anymore, right? Like the truckers.
No,
so
not really. We get, honestly, I would say 95% of customers are from overseas.
I promised you all a Fruit Loop tasting, and a Fruit Loop tasting is what you shall receive. This video is not sponsored by Fruit Loops. My childhood dream coming true. You know what it says on the packaging? Natural fruit flavors. That doesn't seem likely. Okay, here we go. You know that feeling when, as an adult, you get to try something that your child self always wanted, and then either it's amazing or it's a total disappointment? Let's see which one this is.
It looks so neon.
Fruit Loops.
Hello.
Let's do it. Okay, if I tried these as a kid, I would have loved them. But I feel like my taste in food has evolved over the last 25 years. They taste exactly how they look. They taste of neon. They taste of neon. I don't think I can finish that. Well, kids, the lesson here is allow yourself to grow and move past some of the dreams that you harbored as a child. Sometimes it's best to let them go. You know, it feels completely surreal to be here in this motel room in the middle of Route 66, in the middle of Texas. It's amazing. You know, before I set off on this Pan-American trip, there was a lot of people offline and on the internet who tried to dissuade me from taking this trip. People call me naive, they call me stupid, they call me reckless, irresponsible, they tell me that I'm putting myself in danger and at risk, that I'll be unsafe, that I have no idea what I'm doing. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. But you know what? I think part of living freely is learning to drown out the voices of the people who try to convince you that their way of living is the only way to live life. Tuning into your heart and learning how to listen to your heart, even when the noise around you gets so overwhelming that you don't even know whose voice it is that you're listening to.
And that's why I'm here, to see it all for myself, to learn from real people and real experiences. And so far, just in Texas, I've learned so much. Yeah, some stereotypes hold true, as they can do everywhere. But the more I travel, the more I learn to look past the divides and the differences. The more I travel, the more grey I see, and the less black and white. And in a world dominated by clickbait, attention grab...
I think she's very brave.
She is very brave, yes. It's not something I could do.
No.
Would you do that on your own?
No, not a chance.
No. No.
I think I'm probably a little bit more adventurous than you.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
But I don't think I could go that far. I couldn't.
No.
Especially when you're on roads like that, if, you know, in one of those cars, if it breaks down, you could be there, and especially in the middle of summer,
yeah,
you could be there like for hours before another car comes past. I just don't think.
And then even if another car came past, like, if your car needed towing, then how do you get, you know, it's things like that as well. Yeah. That'd scare me.
Yeah.
And
well,
I think
it's like she said, you know, she's obviously one of those people that...
Just a free spirit, and...
I've got a friend who just went to Australia on her own, and she said she was going to be there for couple of months just backpacking and just working her way around Australia. She's still there now. She's met people. She's living there.
Yeah.
But she actually went on her own, just, you know.
Just why not?
Just for the experience.
Yeah. I'm envious of people like that can just... I think though everyone's different and everyone's got, you know, different, you know, priorities and personalities and stuff. Like my personality and what I prioritise, like I'm such like a homebody.
Yeah.
I just like being at home, you know, in my pyjamas, all cosy, whereas she clearly is like proper free spirit, you know, just gets out there and, you know, lives a life.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good way to be.
Yeah. Everybody's different.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching along with us. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do. We do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
And on the link below, there's the Patreon.
Patreon channel. Yes.
Patreon channel.
And there's a sports channel if you're into sports. Office Bloke, Daz and Aidan both have a sports channel, so it'll be linked down below if you're into that.
Yeah.
Go and follow them. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.